Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Lit Fam Podcast, trying to stay relevant since 2016. Today, we are joined by Preston, Platinum Fox.
Hey, what's going on, everybody?
It sounded just like your YouTube intro. You live up.
Thanks for that plug.
I get what I pay for. Dylan, the Nuggle.
I'm socially awkward.
Cool. Sara, I see rainbows herself.
Hello, everyone. How you doing?
See, this time you need to use more than one word.
Yep,
You would let me pick on you.
It's a good time.
I mean the only time we've started this recording.
Yeah, the only time. Obviously.
Yep.
The one and only. First try. That was my Lego Batman impression. How was it?
Terrible.
Will Arnett
2 out of
does it
10. 2 out of 10.
First try.
That's
All
a
right,
3
now
out
we
of
gotta
10.
go down the line. Down the line. Sarah, your turn.
I haven't even seen the movie. How am I
You
supposed
haven't
to
seen
do
Lego
that?
Batman?
You just say first try in your best Batman voice. Come on.
Oh, Batman. I don't know.
You couldn't even get the line right.
I mean, like,
I believe her when
10
she
out of
says,
10.
I believe
10 out
her
of
when
10.
she says she hasn't seen it now.
Yeah, it's probably. Okay, Preston, it's your move.
First try.
I'll give it a solid 5.
Okay.
Give it a solid 5. I appreciate
I'll
that.
Good job,
accept that.
Preston.
what
You're
about
doing
mine?
great.
You didn't even rate mine.
Yeah, yours wasn't worth rating.
So let you know I have a great Batman voice.
All right, if you do that again, you're out of the podcast. All right, here we go.
Joke's on you. You can't.
Can't I? You're right. We've already started. I can't record another intro.
47 times is too much.
Yeah, he's got me. He's got me there.
Check animate.
I heard you said animate, but I know that was wrong.
Animate.
What did you say?
I said check and mate.
Oh, check and mate. Okay. Is that wait? Is that how you mate? You check and then they have to mate with you?
Yeah, you check them out and then, hey, come with me.
We're all single.
No, we're not. It's not like we're all dorks and geeks.
Hey, you speak for yourself. I'm only one of those things.
I'm a dork, a geek, and a nerd. Joke's on you.
Don't you label me.
The unholy trinity. The dork, nerd, geek. I tried to say it really fast and then stopped. I lost confidence.
The dork, nerd, geek?
Yeah, but that's ties in to our first topic, though, of how the group got started. We met through various ways of dork and geekness. Mostly online.
Yeah.
Accurate, yes.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
To say the least.
We don't go outside.
Some of us are too pale to go outside.
Yeah. I mean,
It's like, I get sunburn at midnight.
wait, really? Wait, can you get moonburn? Is that a thing?
Yes.
Someone Google this.
It's very true.
Have you?
Wait,
Wait,
can
you
you
said
actually?
you said that from experience.
There's a reason I never leave my room, okay?
It's how it's what happens to vampires. That's actually how vampires exist. It's just moonburn.
Yes. But anyway, meeting each other.
Okay, I'm gonna start with myself because that's what I like to do. Is just talk about me.
Accurate, yep.
Because the first person I met in the group, and I like to consider myself, at least somewhat, the glue that holds us all together. You know, maybe not the only glue, but some of the glue.
Before you describe how we met, don't you want to say what the group is?
Lit Fam. Where are you getting at, Preston?
Okay.
What? No. What are you saying?
I'm just saying, like we have the Lit Fam podcast. What is that? You're
know,
getting
yeah.
to like who we are before what we are.
Okay, that's fair. That makes sense. Why didn't you correct that in my outline?
I was waiting for the opportune moment.
I made the outline. You should have switched 1 and 2.
I was waiting for this moment.
Beautiful.
We wanted to call you out on camera when, I'm not going to change anything about it, so you get called out.
That's fair.
T.
All right, fine. You want to talk about what Lit Fam is, Preston? Since you like speaking up.
Go ahead, Andrew.
Passing it on to you, Sarah. Your turn.
I would describe Lit Fam as oh gosh, if I mess up, then I mess up. As a group of friends.
You don't have to be so formal about it.
Obviously, I'm sorry. I'm not trying to be formal. about it.
Degenerates
I'm
and
just like,
deplorables.
yeah, I don't know. It just I don't know how to explain it. But like talk.
Dylan, you wanna
play
take a
video
crack
games
at it?
together. Yeah, go Dylan.
This fam is the culmination of 4 years worth of friendship coming together to stop Thanos.
honestly a lot more accurate than mine.
Like,
Yep,
I mean,
good
like,
job.
let's be honest. We just have to figure out what Thanos is. Thanos is the podcast.
We're like the
Let's just be
Couch
honest.
Avengers.
Nice.
It's just like,
So we started collecting friends basically and just slowly adding them to our group until we've got like 20 now. Actually, I counted earlier. We've got
Is it
20
like-
people in the group.
Okay, not just friends though, like lifelong friends. Like
Oh, yeah,
we,
yeah,
are,
yeah, yeah.
we are the lit family.
No, absolutely.
You're acting like we're Pokemon or something. Like, geez, gotta catch them all, am I right?
No. Like we'll do things for each other, you know. Like
every
we mean
corner
a
of
lot
the
to
internet
each
will
other.
be mine.
I mean, you wipe my butt, I wipe yours, you know.
Yeah.
we're close. We're tight knit. we've been through a lot, right, guys?
I don't know if
Right.
I'm it.
I mean, I don't know if I'm willing to go that far with you.
I agree.
I mean, I think I've known you like other than Caleb. I think I've known you the longest, but like I don't know if I'll do that.
The third longest, actually. I met Caleb first. I didn't know his name, so I just called him Chubby Cheeks.
Is that
I
Josh?
can totally see why. Yeah, okay.
And then I met Dawson, and I hated Dawson because he was friends with Caleb, and Caleb was supposed to be my friend. I was very young at the time. we've been building Lit Fam for a while. And then I met Dylan, and I hated him because he was related to Dawson.
Now, Dylan, how do you feel about that?
Well, let's just say this. I hate Andrew because I edit his videos now, so it's just square now. We're square.
Cool.
We just collectively hate each other.
Yeah, me and Andrew have a hatred towards each other, but we just choose to ignore it for the group's sake. It's like the parents that stay together for the kids.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Oh
Oh no.
What a perfect description.
Never mind.
Okay, you don't want to dive into that analogy any further? You're done?
No, it went against the visual rule.
That's fair.
I can't. I saw something. I was like, oh wait, no, never mind. I can't talk about that.
And then I met Jack, and that's when we all started playing Minecraft together, which led me to meeting everyone else. Like I met almost everyone else through Minecraft.
Didn't Jack actually hate Minecraft? He played Eden on the App Store.
He did. Yeah.
That
he
game
played
is
what?
trash.
Download a knockoff.
What did he play? Wait, what was that?
It was
It's
a
called-
knockoff of Minecraft called.
Eden. It's like
It was
wow,
awful.
what a scrub.
it's terrible.
I'm gonna confront him about this later.
We were all such young nooblets back then. Dawson told me the best weapon in Minecraft was the bone because it didn't break, didn't have durability.
And you believed it.
Wow.
That's a galaxy brain moment right there.
That's big brain.
Brain.
Yeah. And then I met Jamie, who was my cousin. I actually knew him for a while, but we added him to the group after that. And Jamie introduced me to Preston,
Hi.
who is one of my favorite people in the group, if we're being honest.
Yes.
Wow.
I swiftly climbed the ranks and got my slot as like number 3. I know my place.
Yeah, I know.
So Andrew's favorite people in the group. Number
In
one,
my
Andrew.
shadow.
Number 2, Jack. Number 3, Preston.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Everyone's place is just in my shadow. As long as you're there, you're good. But before I think it was actually before I met Preston, we all met Sara playing on Mineplex, and she
Yeah.
actually is my favorite person in the group. So
Remember
wow,
when we
suck
played
on that. No I'm kidding.
Remember when we made Mineplex videos in
let's
2016?
not reminisce about that.
Honestly, I had a bunch of nostalgia and watched all Jack's old videos the other day, and it was actually really fun.
I did too,
Nice.
actually. I went through and I watched a couple, and then I felt sad because that was back when life was simpler and I didn't have depression.
He was actually.
But when I met Sara,
Cue that back.
Oh my gosh.
but when we met Sara, I want Sara to tell that story from her perspective because I've never heard her tell it, and I have told it a million times to everyone that would listen. And I would love to hear Sarah's story of how she met us all in that private server on Mindflix.
I don't. Okay, the first time I didn't meet you all at once. The first time I met Jack was when we were doing. Oh gosh, what was that game called? The
Micro
one where
Battles.
it's yes, Micro Battles. Thank you. And then we were playing, and I don't know exactly what happened, but I think I built a smiley face, and like we're on opposite teams or something, and I didn't want to fight him, so I built a smiley face, and then he did one back. I believe, I quote me if I'm wrong, but like that's kind of what happened, and then we started messaging, and we added each other as friends, and then I don't know exactly what led, but I do remember that we went on a private server, and it was like I remember those were the days where I used like XD and like weird emojis in chat, and it was a weird time, but
Just
Kind
think,
of
if
like how you do now.
Yeah, what do you mean? What do you mean back then?
Okay, way to call me out. Thank you very much.
But like, just think, if Andrew never bought Legend, Lit Fam would never have existed because we never would have had the private servers.
Is that
That's
is that a
true,
rank?
actually. Yeah. No, that's
Yeah.
accurate.
Is that a rank on the server?
Yeah.
It's the
it
rank
is.
on
Oh,
Mindflex.
okay.
It was on sale and Andrew
Yeah.
bought it.
Yeah, this was all before me. I'm
Yeah.
I just kinda
old
showed
and
up.
you- Yeah. Well, that's what happened to Sara too. She didn't tell my favorite part of the story,
I'm sorry.
which is when
I
she
don't-
met me. All she remembers is meeting Jack. Screw him.
Of course you is your favorite part of the story.
I
Shut up,
know,
Preston.
like, jeez.
So we're all playing micro battles in my private server, and then Icy Rainbows joins the game out of nowhere, and we're just like, "Who is Icy Rainbows?" And Jack goes, "Oh, I was playing micro battles with her the other day. She's super cool." And we're like, "Okay, we'll let her play." And then we text you in the chat, and we say, "Hey, we're not playing regular micro battles. We're playing our own version. You're not allowed to kill anyone. You just build up and build smiley faces." And you
Oh,
were
yeah,
so
yeah.
on board with it.
I remember
It was
this.
a good time. Like, what do
It
you
was
mean
like-
it was a good time?
You were like, "This is better than the regular game," and we're like, "I know, right?" And it was just so wholesome. It was just like the most wholesome experience I've ever had on Minecraft. And so I was like, "Okay, she's my new favorite."
It was like
That
so
was-
wholesome, but so stupid at the same time. Like, how dumb were we?
It was the time where I used to actually give flowers to people and not stab them in the back. And then
Yeah, I
it was a
remember
good
that. I remember that before your backstabbing days.
Wow.
Accurate.
Good times. And then I found Preston on Jamie's server, which we do not want to get into because
You didn't find me. You rescued me.
You raised me up.
It- No, you rescued me because at the time I wasn't really allowed to play online games with
Oh.
a lot of people because strict parents, and you got on, and Jamie's server was a lot of builds he built, and I was just trapped on there because I had nothing better to do with my life. And then you joined, and I was like, this guy, he's a little weird, but he's kind of okay.
A
You
little.
know, I like
I know,
talking to
so
him.
confused.
I like talking to him. And then I don't know, from there I guess we just talked more. And then
Yeah.
I remember there was a survival server, and that's how I met everybody, cuz after the survival server, you dragged me onto Mineplex, and that's kind of where I met everybody else. You know,
Right.
my
Like kicking and screaming onto Mineplex, by the way.
yeah, no, I did not want to play there. I was heavily into modded Minecraft, and nobody else could run mods except for me. And I was on a very bad laptop too, and I was just like, well, if my laptop can do it, your guys' can. No, they couldn't, apparently.
No. My laptop is, well, I don't have a laptop. My desktop was worse than a potato at the time.
Yeah.
Mine still is. Heck yeah.
But I would just, because like, I've been playing Minecraft for 7 years, and most of that was just single player, except for the occasional time on Jamie's server. And then I'm glad, like, he was like, hey, Preston, I have this cousin, you know, you guys might get along. And I'm
And we
glad
did.
I'm glad we did, because
Yeah.
now I don't talk to Jamie.
And then-
No.
And then-
Because I got the upgraded model.
It's weird. I don't talk to Jamie either. I wonder how he's doing. My poor cousin. And then I strategically introduced you to
yeah,
Jack and
you
Dawson.
you were
first,
very
'cause they were the
worried.
most normal and fun.
You were very worried about
Wow.
the order I met people in, because they're like, oh, I got this new friend. I don't want to scare him off with my already weird friends.
Well,
And-
imagine if I would have started off with Josh, you know?
I
mean,
think
that's
I
good.
would have just like stayed. I don't think that would have scared me. Actually, no, I would have ran for the hills.
Yeah, back then you were afraid to go on Mindplex.
Yeah. If this was, me today, you show me Josh first, I would have been like, where's the server? Let me join.
Yeah.
Although-
I need it now.
Although in those days it was Skype. Ugh.
Oh god, not Skype.
Yikes.
I just logged into Skype a few days ago because someone was like, I don't have Discord. And I'm just like,
Oink.
you're lucky I want to talk to you.
For future reference, if somebody says, I don't have Discord, here's my Skype, you stop talking to them immediately.
No, because I got it on
I
Discord
agree.
now, so it's all worth it.
There's still better means of communication than Skype. Like,
I mean,
there's
you're not wrong.
literally email is better than Skype.
No, that's okay. Too far. Too far,
AOL.
Preston.
No,
Too
no,
far.
I agree.
I never used AOL messaging.
Really?
Yeah,
AOL?
no. I never got into it. Do you have any fun AOL stories? We can dive into that.
Not like recently. Like
Do you
when I was-
have anyone you met on AOL you want to
Two.
invite to Lit Fam?
I mean, yeah, like that one pen pal when I was like 2. Yeah, sure, why not?
You could write when you were 2.
It was more like gibberish.
Gotcha. We
Scribbling.
sent
I
pictures
just like
to each
slam
other.
the keyboard, be like words.
Nice. Very cool.
But yeah, meeting everybody was a good time. Interesting from what I remember, Like, I didn't want anything to do with Dylan back then. I mean,
I remember that.
okay, put it this way.
I don't. What
Me
the
and
heck,
Dylan-
Preston?
Dylan-
Well, we didn't tell you, Dylan.
Dylan, we are 5 years in age, and this was 4 years ago. So I don't even remember how old you were, but like I just did not want to talk to you because
Yeah, you were
so young.
You were younger than
Next
all
year
of
I'll be your age when we met. Oh my gosh.
Exactly.
us. Yeah, that's the difference.
Yeah.
Just imagine that.
Oh my god.
You were like the little brother of the group for a while.
I was the baby of the group.
Yeah, until we added Sarah.
Wow, way to call me out. Holy cow.
And you still wanted to hang out with Sarah more than me.
Well, she's nicer.
Well, I didn't have to listen to her voice back then. It was just Minecraft chat.
Yeah, that's true. We never didn't call Sarah for a while.
No, it was a long time.
I don't think that we officially talked until we got added to the
The
we
1.11
started the
server.
server. Correct, yes.
Yeah. Do you want
Yeah.
to explain that, Andrew?
Yeah, sure. I wasn't allowed to talk to people online. And then we started a server and we added all of our online friends to it. And then one day we were all just like, screw it. We got to talk to them.
Wait, no. Wasn't there a rule that was like you could talk to them, but somebody else had to be in the call with you?
No, that was my loophole, Dylan. Because I wasn't allowed to talk to them. So I was like, you know what? Other people can talk to them and I can just listen.
Because I remember you would like text me, be like, "Hey, we're playing on the server. Can you join a call so I can
Yeah.
talk to them?" I was
And
like,
so what I would do is I would talk to someone else. I'd be like, "Hey, Dylan, tell Sarah I have 3 diamonds for her if she wants to trade." And Sarah's like sitting in the call, but I'm not allowed to talk to her, so I have to ask Dylan. You know?
That's
Loopholes.
so sad. Like that's
Yeah. Eventually, I just gave up and became a rebel.
I'm
and
glad
broke
we're all
the rules.
adults now.
Yeah.
almost. Almost.
Sarah's like hiding in the background.
You know what I meant, though.
Yes, I do.
But Sarah, like we talked to Sarah and Kyla and someone else,
Emily.
Emily, for the first time on that server.
Wow.
Yeah.
She can't watch this back now. She can't watch this.
I'll just cut that out.
Yeah, please mute that. And I couldn't tell Sarah and Kyla apart, even though their voices are this is like black and white difference. They're so different. I couldn't tell them apart. It was weird. It's because
I
Skype's
think
audio is so bad.
I
I
do
don't-
remember you like telling me, be like, "Tell Emily to do this." I was like, "Emily's not in this call. Like, what the heck are you talking about?"
Yeah, it took me a while. And that was the other thing that was weird is because we knew each other for years, but had never called. I kept calling Sarah Icy. And I was like, I gotta
Oh,
stop
yeah,
doing
I
that.
remember
She's a
that,
person
yeah.
with a name. This has got to be bothering her. And she was always nice. She's like, no, I don't care. It's fine. We knew deep down she wanted to slice my throat open.
Oh my god. Jeez, way to make it dark, Andrew.
Tell me I'm wrong.
I mean, shoot, you're right. Like, no,
See? What I tell you.
Admits it 4 years later.
Yeah. All that dark hate has been building up, welling inside of her. She's finally letting it out.
And even then, it's like not that bad.
T.
Dylan, what were your first impressions of Preston? I'm curious, since he openly shared his of you.
Well, my first impression of Preston wasn't actually in a call. I actually watched Jack's video with Preston talking about the ramen noodle cup hat.
Oh.
You hadn't met him before you saw that video.
I did not.
That's
So
funny.
I actually like watched this video and I was like, "Who the heck is this guy?" And then I remember you like joining a call with him. I'll be like, "You're the ramen noodle cup hat guy. That's who you are."
Oh
the
yeah.
noodle man.
I don't like that. That was a long time ago. Those were different times.
His younger days.
For the
Again,
record,
before
For the record,
depression
Dylan,
set
I
in.
like you now. You're like one of the people I prefer to talk to.
It's because I help you.
Aren't all four of us like all four of us? I feel like we're the preferred people to talk to, right?
We're like the only ones who talk.
Yeah,
It's not true. It's not true.
I
But
agree.
The group
no.
is dead.
I
This is it, guys.
honestly. T.
The group has just evolved into a podcast.
Yeah, this is all it is. One day we're gonna be so disconnected from each other's lives that we'll do the podcast just to like keep up with each other's jobs
Honestly,
and lives
though,
and kids.
That would honestly be like not like cool, like not preferable, but you know that would still be pretty cool. Like if
Yeah,
that's how-
Dylan's like, I can only take once a week of you, Andrew. Please
yeah.
give me some space.
One Saturday every day. I edit your videos too much. I hear your voice every single freaking day.
Look, you're paid well,
Ah!
free as well, right?
Ah!
But we all get along really, really well. I don't feel like we'll stop talking, like
Yeah.
ever. I feel like the group will always be active to some extent.
oh yeah,
next
yeah,
day.
for sure.
I agree.
We all like the same things more or less.
Debatable, but yes.
All right. Well, Sarah, you wanna call out some differences here? Just because we haven't finished My Hero Academia doesn't
Okay,
mean.
listen, man. Like,
But no, we watch the same kind of shows. We watch the same movies. We play the same games. We've
correction.
along.
I do not play Overwatch. Don't lump me in with that. Come on.
Correction. I only play Overwatch if I want to stay in a call because I know people will kick me out if you're all playing comp and I'm not there.
Dylan, you're not even a gamer.
Dang.
You're a social gamer. You only game to talk to people.
Yeah, I would much rather read a book or watch a movie.
Ew, books.
I'm a bibliophile.
Don't you?
Okay, you can leave those books alone, Dylan. Do I need to like report you to someone? Are you registered? Like,
That was not a funny joke.
Sarah laughed.
I think that was a pity laugh.
I smiled if it's any consolation, but
It means a lot to me, Preston. Thank you.
yes, no problem. You know, I saw the joke coming from 1,000 miles away, and I'm like, here it is.
You're
Here
like,
it is.
please
Here it is.
stop.
Here it is.
Preston was that homeless dude on the street with a sign that said the end is near. He knew the joke was coming.
But it's like I like collecting books.
Oh, that's
I have like an Amazon wish list of like 30 of them that I haven't bought yet.
Should we make an episode about books that we like and read?
I'm
None of you
totally
read.
down for that.
I'd be
I'd
down
be
for it.
down.
Read.
I
don't
know
read,
you
Andrew.
though, Andrew. Like that one. Is
I
even be-
have read before.
Okay, okay.
It's like
one
I
full
Dr.
read the
Seuss doesn't
Minecraft
count.
credits. Thank you very much.
Reading Dr. Seuss does not count, Andrew.
Hey, The Cat in the Hat is my jam.
That's
It's a
my
classic.
jam.
So is Green Eggs and Ham. Green Eggs and Ham was actually my favorite Dr. Seuss book.
Can you hear my chair swivel? I'm sorry if you can.
It's faint.
Okay.
I can't hear.
I was
Don't
worried
worry.
that's really loud.
It's just
Green Eggs and
blaring.
Ham. Green Eggs and Ham is the best.
I don't even know how those books go.
Do we
anymore.
have any arguments? Like
They're
any-
making a
any
Green Eggs and Ham
proposed-
series on Netflix.
I thought
Ew,
you were
no,
gonna say
they're
movie.
not. Oh.
No,
Why
it's
would
like
they do that?
it looks terrible.
Okay,
Is it like a
we're-
cooking show?
No, it's like an adventure.
I'd
show.
watch that. I would watch that.
It's like an adventure show with the Green Eggs and Ham guys going on adventures. The cops get
Okay.
involved in everything.
Dylan, you're starting to
Oh
show
my
us
God.
like how many things we don't have in common. Like you keep up with this stuff.
I like Dr. Seuss. Dr. Seuss, Harry Potter, best parts of Universal.
Okay.
Weird flex. See, I never.
I
go
went
to
as the freaking
Universal,
cat in the
so-
hat for Halloween. You don't think I like Dr. Seuss?
You did.
Oh
do
yeah,
that.
you were. See, I can't really. I was
That's
a
a short
strawberry.
cat in the
Okay,
hat.
sorry, off topic.
I went as a Slither boy,
A
A
lizard?
snake?
a Slytherin. I had
A
a wand
snake?
and a scarf, and it was nice.
An original
What were
character
you-
from his fan fiction.
what were
Out
you,
on
I don't have a Harry Potter fan fiction.
out now on Wattpad.
No.
Link in the description below.
It's a lie.
Can you
Preston,
like
what'd
make like a Wattpad profile with like a one that says it doesn't exist on a screen?
I can log into my Wattpad pro. No, I'm kidding. I don't have one. Preston, what'd you guys for Halloween?
Depression.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, don't say yourself.
I
Don't say yourself.
I knew he didn't dress up for Halloween, so I was curious as to what he would say, and he didn't disappoint.
Yep.
I like that
Fair
answer.
enough.
Yep.
It's a mood.
Yep.
Your current mood.
Yep.
My sister earlier said, Andrew, you need to do something now that your future self will thank you for. And I said, the problem with that is that my future self, like my past self and present self, hates myself.
That's a profound statement right there.
That's a
I
mood.
know.
We're just the rest of the podcast is just listing moods, guys.
That's a mood.
That is our sense of humor, though, just to talk about depression and laugh about it. I feel like we can, though, because we know a lot of depressed people, and a lot of us are like, we're good now. Some of us, most of us, hopefully, but like we've had rough times. We've all gone through our struggles. So
Yes.
dark humor is definitely something that I think most of us use to cope with that.
Oh, yeah. Definitely.
Well,
Preston's like guilty chuckle.
I don't know if
Just
I
gonna
I
leave
don't know
that
if I-
chuckle to your imagination.
Go ahead, Sarah.
I was just saying, I don't know if I use dark humor to cope, but maybe I do, and I just don't realize it.
I was actually going to say that you're probably the lightest in terms of humor in the whole group.
I feel like the darkest humor I've ever used was the joke I said at the beginning, where me and Andrew were the parents that were staying together for the kids.
That, yeah, but if you dive into that, like, that can be pretty dark if you think about it.
I think that's like as dark as I've ever gotten.
I mean, we can change that. We've got a lot of episodes to record. we can go deeper.
Episode 5, Dylan's dark humor.
Oh my gosh.
Dylan's darkest moments.
Why is Dylan a scarred child? Clickbait. Tune in for
Clickbait.
episode 5.
It's like one person is going to take that seriously and be like, "This is your dark humor episode. I'm unsubscribing."
Bro,
That's
what's
gonna be me.
Anyway.
What's what, Sarah? You were about to say something?
I was gonna say, why'd you use that voice to describe? Like, you make it sound so uneducated.
Do you
like,
not
bring
know
it
what
back.
Andrew's
You have-
subscribers sound like?
Oh my god! Wait, are you saying that's what I sound like?
Are you
Wait,
saying that's what I sound like?
That's what we all sound like. That's what I sound like. That's what Preston sounds like. That's what you
Hey.
sound like.
I'm not subscribed to myself. I have a big brain.
That's why I left
Wow.
you out. Well, that's just what we sound like to Andrew.
Only small brains subscribe to me.
dude, imagine you just go back down to like 2 subscribers.
Yeah, imagine
That-
everyone takes it to
And it's
heart.
you. It's like, what happened?
That wouldn't be ideal. Do you think, Sarah, do you think that lack of dark humor that you have, and a few other people in the group, maybe Dylan to some extent, but Dylan's got a twisted side. I don't trust that face. But
What?
do you think that difference in sensitive humor has like kept you from enjoying yourself in the group at all, or like made you more distant from other people in the group, some of the more extreme people?
I wouldn't go as far as to say that. I would think maybe in the beginning, like when, let's say, like Brian or Josh joined, their sense of humor was like really dark and edgy, and I'm like, and I oop, like, no thank you. But to say the least. But I wouldn't go as far. It's like some of it's funny, but for the most part, I'm kind of like, oh, haha, yeah, like, okay. But I wouldn't go as far as to say that, oh, yeah, well, like, with my sense of humor differs from theirs, that it would, like, distance myself from the group.
Yeah, you don't think it separates us at all?
I
Oh.
think our different senses of humors and different personalities, I think it's one of the things like why we're all such good friends, because
I agree with that.
Opposites attract kind of thing. We're not
Yeah.
opposites though. It's just enough different to keep things interesting.
We're
Yeah.
just diverse.
Yeah.
That's
Four
it.
white people sitting in a
Everything
podcast call. We're very diverse, Dylan. Hey, we got a girl this time. I counted. It's something.
But going back onto
That was delayed.
No, that was me holding my joke in my head that I am not repeating.
Okay.
Just
Fair
Wow.
enough.
I hate it when you
Let's
think of a
carry-
joke
Fair
so
enough.
good that you can't say.
let's just carry on, everybody. This is
All right.
a mostly family friendly.
wow. Okay.
PG almost 13. It becomes
but-
PG-13 when
Beat
Caleb
that
gets here.
Yeah.
See. But that
The
kind of
edgiest.
goes into another thing with the sense of humor. It's like I feel like when certain people are together, obviously because they're friends, etc. But it's like their sense of humor and edginess, so to speak, is more elevated. Because I've been in calls like one-on-one with people, like not even like in like separate like private ones, but just like in the group when nobody else is there. And it's like I have really like nice conversations with them, like despite like not being really relatable on some aspects.
Uh-huh.
But I don't know.
So you're saying it's really easy to have a good conversation with people, as long as Adrian's on the call.
Correct. Yes, exactly what I'm saying.
It's shoot, I forgot what I was gonna say.
You're so good at podcasts, Dylan.
I know, bro. It's like I think it's not so much like opposites attract, like you're saying, because it's like there are definitely like I'm gonna call someone out here exactly. That I particularly didn't like when we first joined. Like I tried to avoid being with him alone in calls. Like if they were in a call
Ooh, it's
alone,
a
I didn't
he.
join. It's
Yeah.
Sergio. I did not like.
Ooh, really?
I honestly like. I was like, I don't think
Now
I have
that-
anything.
Is fascinating.
I was like, I don't know this guy very well. I mean, I don't think we have a lot in common, and he just seems like not the kind of person I would typically associate myself with. Same with Josh, but I'm kind of like let loose, and I'm like, oh yeah, Josh is cool now.
Yeah,
Like, there was actually a point in my life where it was like I was strict on myself. Like if a movie had so many swear words, I'd watch it once and just never watch it again. I'm like, forget it. It was a good
Wow.
movie. I'm gonna watch it again.
You had a problem with Sergio?
yeah,
I know,
but then-
right?
He's so
But then-
nice though.
I know it wasn't that it was necessarily nice. It was just like I thought like he had like a weird sense of humor and stuff like that. But then
I mean,
just
no,
found
no,
out-
you thought right. He does.
I know,
But like,
but
he's
I was like-
nice.
and because that I would like avoid being in calls with him alone and stuff like that. If he was alone and like if we were in a group of people who were in a call and I just left, it was just me and him. I'd like leave the first opportunity I had.
wow.
But then we like sat there and he started talking about Dear Evan Hansen and we started having like this hour-long conversation about Broadway and I was just like, this dude's awesome. We're talking tomorrow.
Yeah, I mean, because Sergio's one of the newer members, and with newer members, because the group has gotten so big, they haven't been as seamless in integrating with everyone. But Sergio fit right in. He like instantly clicked with every single person in the group. I thought, at least, but apparently not.
Sorry,
hated
Sergio, I
him.
know you're probably watching this, but you cool now.
We'll have him on later. He can defend himself.
Yeah.
Trash about you. It'll be
It's like-
great. we
it's
won't
like a
have
fe-
you on that episode.
We could do a Phoenix Wright style like court with me and Sergio as like the prosecutor and stuff like that.
Yeah.
No, that's
Well,
just my
kind-
idea. Okay.
No, can I be the judge? I'm all for it.
Oh,
I'll be
okay.
the judge. And we'll sentence the loser to like a ban from the group.
Oh my gosh, bet. No kidding.
Sarah's like all interested now, like TTT.
Yeah, but kind of more on like because I think that's really interesting that you didn't bond with. I agree with what Preston was saying. He's really nice. Was there anyone else in the group? Not specifically Dylan, but like Andrew or Preston, like that you didn't necessarily like at first, so to speak, or like,
Maxwell.
I
Yeah,
don't think
it's
I've ever been in a call with him.
I don't think I have either.
Maxwell's
been
a
in
lot cooler
once.
once you've hung out with him in person.
Well, that's a little hard for some of us.
I know.
It's like, I've only talked to Maxwell in a call once, and he was there for Brian and then left. It's like
yeah,
that's
he's,
all.
he's
I've...
not very active, but when he first joined, I was like, I don't want this boy in here. He's annoying. But
You
when
thought
I
he
was hanging out
spoiled
with him in
Star Wars.
person- Oh, that too. Yeah, yeah. I
It's
banned
a-
him accidentally, maliciously.
accidentally. He's like puts a notice in the group chat. Maxwell has been banned from the server for several reasons. I accidentally did it.
Yeah.
My finger slipped.
Nice.
I accidentally did it on purpose. But Maxwell's great now, especially after you hang out with him in person. You realize what a cool guy he is. We've had like one-on-one talks about life and women. No, we haven't. But
Very interesting conversations.
but he's a really chill dude. And Maxwell, the best thing about Maxwell, because I just talk about him and I have to talk good about him now. Best thing about Maxwell is that he is so laid back. He's down for anything you want to do as long as everyone else is having fun. And that's something that I can really respect, because a lot of people are picking like, oh, I don't want to do this, I want to do this. And Maxwell is just like, I don't care, just as long as I'm with you guys. And that's
Oh.
really, it's
What
really
a bro.
No homo though, right?
Of course.
Maxwell, please.
Oh,
So, but yeah, I can't think of anyone else that I didn't really get along with, which is kind of surprising because the group's pretty big. You'd expect everyone to like have beef with someone, but we've had very little drama in the group.
well, I mean,
Well,
like,
considering we've been, I know there's been some drama, some more recent, some more past, but considering the fact that the group's been around 4 years and there are only a few instances where there's been heavy drama, I think that's pretty
well, I
good.
mean, the heaviest
I-
drama has all been in the course of this year. So if we could just all keep it in 2019 and just like leave it behind as we go to the next
That's
decade.
that's a good idea.
The year of the drama.
The 2019 year of the drama.
Yes.
Yeah, no, I don't know what I was gonna say. Never mind.
There's only like 2 or 3 instances that I could think of, and like I don't know. Okay, I was gonna spill tea, but I was like, nah, I probably shouldn't. Okay.
Probably
Yeah,
don't
no,
wanna
let's not
spill
get
tea.
into
Yeah,
it.
yeah, yeah.
Probably
okay,
don't
yeah.
want to spill tea.
Okay,
Especially
yeah,
since a
yeah.
lot of the drama in the server has happened behind closed doors and not everyone knows about it. I think me and Jack are the only people that know about all of the drama because
Yeah,
we're like the
there's
admins.
Oh, there's 4 actually. That
We trust you with too much.
That's an understatement, honestly. Though.
I think I actually
I-
trust you with way too much. That I have told you stuff that I should not have told you.
Really?
Yeah, there are a lot of things.
Dylan,
I
I
like.
would never tell anyone about that avocado situation.
Ooh.
Well, now the whole internet knows about the avocado situation.
r/unexpected uwu. My favorite subreddit.
But there are moments where I like tell you something. I'm like, yeah, I'm good. And then like the next week, Jack is like, Dylan, what's up the deal with this thing? I'm like, Andrew, what the heck?
Yeah, no. I actually might know what you're referring to now. I didn't tell him anything about that. He was asking me about it, not the other way around.
Let's,
Well, no.
let's move on. I'm pretty sure we're confusing
know.
the people at this point.
Andrew just has like a whole like fight in the podcast and just laugh
Yeah.
the rest of the episode. Like, well, how do I to start episode 1?
Okay, you guys got to remember, me and Dylan are the fighting parents. That was just one of those moments.
I just feel like
We're
a
just-
trend throughout the podcast is just me and Andrew fights at random points.
We're just trying to keep it together for you guys, but every once in a while, passive-aggressive comments slip out. We're sorry. We're not going to get divorced until you've already gone off to college, okay?
We're sorry.
Love that. for
We
you.
slip
Love
up.
that. for
Wow.
We slip
Wow.
up.
Such an inspiring speech.
It's spoken by a broken man.
I'm out of water.
So, oh no,
I'm fine. I just
mine's
drink.
almost gone actually too. Do you want to all go get a water refill?
Nah, I
Just this podcast silent for a few minutes.
Oh my gosh, but
like I honestly
Not
just
even edit it out. Just leave all the silence in.
You just want me to leave the silence in? I mean, we
Yep.
could.
It can work. Wait, what if we all sip our water at the same time and see if we can hear it?
sips tea.
I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that.
I know that's kind of
As
weird,
somebody who
but-
actively listens to a lot of podcasts, I feel bad for people that have to listen to that. I'm not partaking.
Okay,
We had to
won't
listen
do
to
it.
Andrew's fan for 2 years.
Oh,
yeah.
my
Your
gosh.
keyboard and soundboard
I
now.
forgot about the fan.
All right. Do you want to do a segment on how bad my fan was? You guys want to rant about me for a little while?
We had to listen to Caleb's mic for 3 years.
Oh. But okay. In Caleb's defense, though, it's very rare I'm defending Caleb, by the way. In Caleb's defense, Caleb doesn't join that many calls. So his mic, it was always bad, but it was like, oh, I only have to put up this once a month. Andrew is in every single call, and that fan he used to have was so bad. I'm pretty sure we all turned him down at some point. Or
Yes.
we literally told him, hey, if you can't turn off the fan, can you leave? I'm pretty sure it got to that point a few times.
It might have. The problem with that as well was that I didn't have a headset. My microphone was built into my computer, and the fan was closer to the microphone than I was.
That's
The
right.
all-in-one computer from the furniture store.
Yeah, that's a story and a
That
half.
that is its own story.
You're welcome for your upgrade.
Yeah, thanks for the free PC, Dylan. It is old, but it runs, so who cares?
It runs way better.
That's true too, especially after I put the stolen graphics card in it,
Heck yeah.
which we'll do another episode about.
Yeah, that was an entire story by itself. Trust me.
Yeah, we just gotta plug all the other episodes here in the first
I
one.
do feel like you should clarify that it's not actually stolen
No!
beforehand.
You gotta edit that out now, Dylan. They have to think it was stolen, otherwise they'll never click the video. We need that clickbait.
Heck yeah.
If a cop, okay, I'm gonna edit it out, but if a cop shows up at your window saying you stole a graphics card, don't blame me.
I won't go back to jail. They'll never find me.
Do you actually want me to edit that out?
I don't know. Edit out all of it. Just the whole
Okay.
podcast. I'm just the longer we
Do it,
record, I'm
do it.
starting to regret everything.
Oh no.
This
No.
podcast was a bad idea.
You can't say and then not have anything to say, you jerk.
Um,
You just
I was
stopped me
meditating.
from talking.
I was
You
me-
stopped me from talking because you said I couldn't go off, and then you just sat there in silence.
I was
I'm gonna talk
meditating.
now.
I was
No.
meditating.
Oh, never mind. Please continue.
Yes. No, I'm done. You can go now, Andrew.
Okay, thank you. Back to you, Andrew, with the weather. So the podcast sort of started as an idea that Dylan had
That you
Yeah.
stole
that I that I took that I
because of me.
because of Preston. Yep. And that's a long story. That the short answer is I'm now running the podcast, but I'm making everyone else
I'm
do
the
the work
right-
for me.
I am the rightful king of the podcast underneath Andrew's shadow. I will
Yeah.
rise and take my crown back.
That's
Okay.
That was a really funny like moment though, because like Dylan came to me about 4 days earlier before
It was actually a week.
was it a week? It was close
was a
enough.
week.
Dylan
Andrew was
came to
taking a
me
break from Discord.
about a week earlier, and you were talking to me about podcast idea with people in the group, and I'm like, that's not a bad idea. And then like you sent me like a mock like logo, which the one we ended up with is way better.
A lot better.
Oh yeah,
You're welcome.
yeah. Well,
Thank you, Dylan, thank
my
you.
concept art. My concept art.
Preston, you drew something that looked like a fish.
But this is what became of it. I drew whatever. But I just remember like a week later, I'm like in a call with Andrew. It was like it was 2 a.m, I think.
It was
And
late.
and was it you or me that brought it up? Because I think you kind of were like, I think you were talking about how you wanted to do more content, and I think I brought up.
I talked about how I wanted to do more. I talked about how I want to do another podcast because me and you did the Hightail one
right,
before.
Right, we did the Hightail.
And then you were like, Dylan wanted to do a podcast too. And I was like, did he really? And you're like, yeah. And then I was like, you want to go do a podcast? And you were like, really? And I was like, yeah, let's just start writing up ideas for episodes.
I remember we spent half an hour that late at night, and we cranked out like 6 months, I think.
Yeah, 6 months of ideas and a
Wow.
logo.
And it's
And-
grown
That's
since then.
exciting.
We stole all the social media handles we needed, like all in a night.
So follow us on Instagram, Twitter.
Oh God, the plugs.
Instagram, Twitter, Spotify, SoundCloud. Is that it? Podbean.
Podbean.
Podbean, iTunes.
Podcast on iTunes.
Did you
Yeah,
get a
we got
YouTube
everything.
channel? Oh no, you're
It's
what's
on, it's on th3_koala.
They know what YouTube channel it's on. If they're
no,
watching
they
it.
don't. No, they
Not
don't.
if they're listening on iTunes
Or Spotify.
or
You already
Spotify.
have a-
Dylan,
or
there's a
SoundCloud.
plethora of places. We need them to follow us everywhere.
But if they're, you have the biggest following on YouTube right now, so it's more than likely they're gonna find it through YouTube.
You don't know that.
Yeah, Dylan. Think about
Wow,
the
why are you being so
shares.
narrow-minded?
Think about the shares, Dylan.
I'm thinking about the 1 or 2 people that don't find it on.
Think
the,
about the shares, Dylan. We can
Okay,
get
whatever.
Elon Musk or PewDiePie to tweet this out, and we'll be golden.
Then
Gold.
imagine they do though. Yeah.
It's like, Andrew, are you all right? Are you some kind of prophet? What's going on over here?
But yeah, and then this all became because of that conversation. And like we put in a lot of work that first week, and then
We did. No, we worked our butts off. and then we took a break because we couldn't get anyone's schedule together to record the first episode.
That was okay. First of all, actually,
I wasn't even calling you out, Sarah. You just called yourself out.
No,
You
you.
just called-
okay. In my defense, one day, Dylan, Preston, and I were all in a call. I think even Jack joined later too, and then you weren't there, and I heard it was because you were talking to some fancy lady.
No, I mean not necessarily.
That's a very accurate description of what happened.
are
several
you
times.
sure?
Yeah.
Pause.
Is there any confirmation on this being the case?
I'm gonna
You
confirm
have
it.
me, Preston, as vouchers.
I'm gonna.
So
I'm
the
gonna
kind of things we're going to talk about on the podcast are
Or the fancy ladies that you talk
we're gonna share fun stories and experiences, like how I got my graphics card. Totally didn't steal it. Like the first time we met Preston in person, the first time I met Sara in person, the time we all went to Fun Spot and I almost got kicked out. Like
for
we've got
reference.
cool stories.
For reference,
We've got-
me and Sarah don't live anywhere near anybody.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that's true. No, across the country.
Yeah, we're foreigners. Ooh.
r/unexpected uwu too.
like we met Sarah in person. We're like, not Kyla though. It's like just Sarah. Sarah's
Kyla's not
important.
here. They don't know who Kyla is. They care about Sara. They're invested now.
Oh, I'm sure they are.
Sarah's like, doubt. Press X to doubt.
Bet.
We've got a lot of good stories though. We're gonna talk about interesting things that everyone loves to talk about, like superpowers, time travel, cool things that I don't have off the top of my head.
Hightail.
Hightail, yes.
Again.
News. We're gonna try to keep up with gaming news and stuff on
Gaming-
things that we care about only.
Yeah, games that we care about, like
Like-
mean, Minecraft-ish, Hightail.
Yeah. Hightail a lot.
Can we,
You guys
can we
Yeah.
do?
could do like
We're,
monthly
some of us
updates
here
for
are
that.
obsessed with that game.
What? Sarah's
Some
like
of us.
monthly updates, please.
One of
Hightail?
us.
I know. Don't call us. Don't lump us all in Preston. Come on.
You're obsessed. Okay, I'm just saying. If you don't like Hightail, you can get out of Lit Fam.
Okay, I do, but like, I'm not gonna bring it up. But like,
No,
never mind.
please,
Okay.
Sarah.
No,
Sarah,
no,
st-
bring it up.
No. Spill
Okay,
your
okay.
tea.
Okay, last time I was in a call with Preston. I don't know what brought it up, but Preston was like, I am so obsessed with this game. Like, for the past like 2 nights, I've been dreaming of that.
Oh yeah, that did happen.
Oh, that's embarrassing.
Yeah. I am. I have problems with Hightail. Okay, that's all I'm gonna say. I cannot wait for this game.
It's an addiction, like heroin or Chipotle.
I just want them to release a date. Like, that's all I want. And then they're like, nah, we'll just keep on teasing you. Okay, sorry, that's
They
for...
don't even have a date for the beta. That's the first.
I know, it's so... Like,
We can't talk about
bubbly.
Hightail though. We can't talk about Hightail.
Yeah,
no,
okay,
we
sorry.
It's next episode.
Sorry.
Why'd you
You're
have to bring it
welcome
up?
for that too.
Yeah. Now we're all just gonna be thinking about Hightail for the rest of the time. Thanks, Sarah.
Oh,
God.
yeah.
No.
I'm sorry.
Story time.
It's a story.
Not
time.
Hightail. Think of something else. I
All
don't
right.
want to talk about Hightail again.
So yesterday I was out, right? And I
Uh-huh.
came home after
Uh-huh.
that.
Yeah.
Right.
Wow, how exciting.
And then I was like, "Hey, Preston, help me set up a Minecraft server." This actually happened today. I made up the first part. This happened today. I'm gonna tell the story because Dylan said story time, and we have time to tell it. I said, "Preston, help me set up a Minecraft server." He's like, "Okay, man, I got you. Let's just screen share. I'll go through your settings. I'll help you get into your router, set up a port forward, all that stuff." And then he has me change some settings on my router, and then he waits 5 seconds and goes, "You might lose internet."
Love that
Hello?
for you.
Hello?
Listen, man, I just assumed you figured it out by then.
I did. I didn't know how to turn it back on. I didn't know how to fix the internet. But I figured out it was gone.
I just did that, and I'm just gonna leave it. I'm just gonna let you have no internet for the rest of your
Yeah.
life.
No, he did fix it. I mean, we are here now.
Yeah.
Preston's our IT guy for the server. If anyone ever has trouble, we go to him and we're
Hel-
like, "Preston, help me."
Hello. Yes, I've fixed many an issue for people. It's actually
And
kind
if
of
he
fun.
doesn't, if he doesn't know how to do it, he contacts the tech overlords that he knows from all his computer classes at school.
Yes,
Yep.
yes. I know lots of networking people from my degree path, so
Makes it sound like you're
I
part
just
the
kind of,
CIA.
like I just go above my own head, you know? If I can't solve all your little annoying issues,
Weird flex, but okay.
I just let other people solve it for me.
But then Dylan is your tech support for any program that you have to know how to use.
Dylan's not really a tech support. Dylan is like an instructor. So Dylan, I'm going to talk about this for a little bit.
Okay.
Because I know you probably don't. I feel like you're always jealous and you get mad at me. Because, like, I know you've been doing YouTube for like 5 or 6 years.
Oh my gosh, it's been almost 6 years. Oh my gosh.
I reminded him, oh no.
Oh my gosh.
But I know you've been doing it for that long, and like you've helped me, and I always feel bad because it's like, oh hey Dylan, how do I edit this in like Photoshop or Premiere Pro or like well I do this because I don't like using Google to learn things. I prefer learning from people because people are often the best teachers, and Dylan's a really really good instructor. But I always feel bad because it's like, hey Dylan, how do I do this thing? You know how to do it, I don't, and I just end up profiting like way more off of your skills I learned from you.
I mean, if we want to make a graph of Dylan's subscribers versus Preston's, we can do that, but we're not going to.
You can see the difference. It's 53 subscribers versus 1,000. How many?
1,650 roughly.
Yeah, Preston's winning.
The fact you know off the top of your head worries me a little bit.
But I honestly don't care.
I said roughly. I don't know the exact number, but
I honestly don't care about the the fact that actually the fact that you're actually growing from it makes me happy because here's a little fun fact about me. My dream career, what I want to do for a living right now, is build a company that empowers creativity and gives people the equipment, the knowledge, and the materials that whatever they need to actually make creative products, movies, TV shows, whatever.
So a production school,
a production something like that.
That's interesting.
The two things I want to do is open up a theater and a movie studio. So the fact that you're actually getting somewhere with this makes me happy.
Well, if you need IT, please hire me.
It qualifies him to pursue his dream.
It qualifies.
Yeah.
So Sarah, when's your YouTube channel coming out?
Listen, fam, if I bet I don't even have anything to run I'm using
makeup tutorials.
Honestly, it'd be so cringy. I'm not very good on camera.
Take down James Charles.
Oh my gosh, bet though? No tea, no shade. Don't at me.
Sarah,
all of the shade. I'm intending all of the shade.
No cap though, if I had a better computer, I would high key make one.
I mean, whenever you do, you just hit me up. We'll plug it on the podcast, and every person that watches this, all 3 of them, will go and follow you.
The only people that are gonna watch this are other LitFam members that aren't.
Yeah, I know. No. And you notice I said 3, so it's still less than all of LitFam.
It's true.
We don't even have our own support.
Because not even half of them care.
Yeah, we don't even have our own support. That's the sad part. No, I've had 3 people already say that they can't wait for it to come out and they want to listen to it.
Yay!
3 people outside of LitFam.
Yep.
I'm actually
really
trying to go around the people I know
I
plugging
don't
it.
believe you.
Really, Andrew?
I
know.
Telling the truth, 0 lies.
Who are they?
Should I shout them out?
Are we gonna say names?
Are they? I don't think you should shout them out. I'm just saying, are they real people?
Yes, they're real people. No, they're bots. Yes, they're real people, Preston.
I don't know.
Give them a shout out. First episode shout out.
I don't know if they want a shout out.
No, I wouldn't start shouting out people.
Yeah.
Well, then ask them, and then we'll shout out next time we record.
I don't know if shout outs are a good idea. Unless you leave us a 5-star review. And if you do, we might start a segment where we close out our episodes with reading your 5-star review. Because Preston told me that's what Misfits does. And that's a good way to get 5-star reviews.
I don't think copying them is the ideal.
No. As long as you're self-aware about it, it's fine. As long as you say, and now welcome to the Misfits segment of the podcast. and then someone does a Swagger Souls impression. As long as you do that,
I was gonna do a Swagger impersonation, but I realized I can't do that.
I don't think anybody else can do that.
none of us are capable. I don't even think he can do it.
Like, oh no, that doesn't sound like Swagger Souls either. Like,
Nope.
trying to.
So
I'll
your
work
Batman
on it.
was closer.
How about you shout people
Oh, the
out?
nuts! The
Wait,
nuts!
How about if you you shout people out if they donate to a Patreon? On a side note, do we have a patron?
No, we don't. And we're not getting one
Okay.
because I don't want to beg for money. Like
It's
my
not
days of that are
begging for
over.
money,
That's like
My
the
days of
nudging
begging
them
for
to
money are
give
over.
you it.
That's like the one thing you're good at, though.
I mean,
See?
Begging?
I'm better at begging for favors.
Notice
Dylan,
how-
can you edit this video?
That's just whining.
You'd be surprised at how many times Andrew came to my door, hands and knees, saying, "Edit this video on this SD card for me."
Once I said, "Hey, Dylan, remember that video I gave you to edit a week ago?" And he's like, "Yeah." And I was like, "Okay, I want to upload that one next week. Edit this one in 24 hours. Thank you." And then I left.
I'm making a video about that.
Good times. I'm a nice boss.
No.
I would say you have boss material to do that. When you do that, you officially became a boss. A nice boss? No.
Fair
But
enough.
you are a boss.
I'll
A
take it.
good one? No. A nice one? No. But a boss? Yes.
A boss nonetheless.
Like a boss. I've always been a little bit more bossy than I should have been. I mean, I called Caleb Chubby Cheeks when we first met. Like, I've not been a nice person.
I can imagine like 4-year-old Andrew snapping your fingers. Yo, chubby cheeks, come over here. Be my leg rest.
Lift me up to reach the cookies.
That's so mean.
None for you. You've had enough. Look at your cheeks.
We are playing freeze tag. Lift me above the other children so they cannot reach me.
Oh my
Yeah,
gosh.
I was a little jerk.
I'm imagining that.
You
just
were?
laughing.
No.
Yeah.
You are.
No. I'm a tall jerk now. Before I was a little jerk. Now I'm a tall jerk.
Jork?
You can't
Is
take
what you
that
said?
6'4" height away from me.
You're 6'3", 12.
That's all I've got going for me.
That doesn't work, Dylan. That's not how it works. It's not how any of this works.
Wait, I was just doing the math in my head. I think he checks out. I think he's right.
Don't encourage Dylan.
No.
But no, I was never nice to my friends. Looking back, like I used to trade
You had
Legos
friends?
with like Jack and shut up. I used to trade Legos with Jack and Caleb, and I would rip them off, and like they would leave my house with less than they came in. And Dylan's mom was smart. She knew that kids like me existed, so they had a no keepsies rule.
No keeps you what?
Any trade he made had to be temporary,
Oh.
and it had to be like
So
you
it
give it
was
back
alone.
after a week.
It was
Wait,
alone.
that's like-
Yeah,
Wait, that's smart.
it's really smart because
You go, Dylan's mom.
mob
Jeez.
bosses like me used to run the Lego economy in our friend group.
The Lego economy. Oh my gosh. I'll
I
give you one
decided
blue
what was
stud for
worth
3
what.
silvers.
No, my trademark was that I would trade for your diamonds, your like gems.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted all of your crystals. If you had any crystals, I would trade anything for them. And by anything, I mean I would rip you off and trade you things that were less valuable.
You know, I see how those life skills transferred over into your adult years. I seem
Yeah.
to remember a Minecraft server experience with you where there was no coal anywhere
Oh
on the
my
server.
gosh, I remember that.
You do too. Okay.
I
No,
needed
you're-
coal for my house.
You didn't even finish it, if I recall.
He
No,
never
we-
finished it, and we had no coal because
I ran out of coal. Is why I
he
didn't
used
finish
coal for
it.
building and smelting all of his stone for his whatever little tiny castle he had.
No, it was giant,
did-
first of all, and I used lava for smelting the stone because the coal was too valuable.
Yeah, I was gonna say, why don't you just use buckets of lava?
Yeah, no, I used lava because the coal was so valuable to me. I was trading diamonds for coal. Like,
That's
you
so
don't understand
sad.
how much it meant to me.
I literally quit the server because I couldn't cook my food. I'm like, I don't want to use wood or lava. I'm like, I
would have
want
traded you
coal.
lava buckets for coal. We've had a few good Minecraft servers over the years. We're gonna make an episode about that too.
We should do another one, no cap.
We will. We shall. I just did the stuff to set up a server today, so we might.
Oh yeah,
actually-
I was gonna ask. Oh yeah, when was that time frame? Because I couldn't remember. Because I'm like.
It was
I feel
today,
like-
yeah. So maybe
Yes,
maybe
okay.
we'll start a new server and we can talk about what's going on the podcast. See if anyone
Yeah.
cares.
My Minecraft
Um,
dog died. That's the
Add
highlight of the
more
whole
to my
episode. I'm
song.
telling you right there.
Dude, you've
This
never
episode of that
experienced
episode.
that episode. You've never experienced more pain than watching your Minecraft dog die.
Actually, correction. Watching your Minecraft turtle die.
Oh.
Correction. Watching all of the coal get taken for one stupid
What about
castle.
Correction. Watching your parents slowly split apart from distrust and anger, and you know that secretly deep down it's all your fault because you were never the son that they wanted, and you always disappointed your dad because you weren't athletic, and you always disappointed your mom because you weren't social.
On that note,
Relatable. Okay.
Well, so let's switch topics here. So I have a question for everybody. Something I actually don't know the answer after 4 years. I don't know the answer to.
I actually know what this question is.
I know
We'll
you
this
do.
to wrap up the podcast, and I'm excited to answer it.
Okay, so I know some people's names. I don't know, but so we all met through gaming. I want to know, how did you guys get your gaming names? Now, Dylan, I want you to remind me, but I think I know how the Nuggle came about, but that wasn't your first name.
Okay.
So
okay. So little do you know.
explain how you got
I've
the
had-
Nuggle, and then explain how you got your other one, your old one.
Okay, yes. You
No,
know
the
about
old
those
ones
two.
have to come first, actually.
Does it?
But
Okay.
you don't know about my secret second name. The Nuggle is my third gaming name.
Oh,
Weird flex, but okay.
I had a gaming name. It was the start of my craze of making stories. It
okay.
was Charlie the Ninja.
Is that where your skin came from?
It was the Xbox. It was going to be a separate channel I made dedicated to Minecraft on the Xbox, and it was going to be the ninja skin, and it was going to have like a story along with it. That's where like my whole like obsession with stories came from. Was started with that idea. Obviously, it never came down. I still have the channel, however,
Really?
and I found it. It's under my mom's email address too. I remember it. And there's a video on the channel, and I watched it, and I cringed so hard watching it.
Can you send this to me?
I
Yeah,
will
we're
send
all,
it.
we're all gonna watch this later.
I'll
But
send it
so
to
that's
you.
where Charlie the Ninja came from. You had a ninja
But-
Minecraft skin.
Yeah.
What about
but
Pixel Pickle?
Pixel Pickle actually started a long time ago. The name was made up of several nicknames I had over the years. Actually, it was the first social event I'd ever went to. I was probably that I remember. I was probably like 3 years old, 2 or 3 years old. I had met like my first 3 friends through this event. Caleb was one of them. And there were 2 other girls that I met at this event. I don't know if I should say their names or not, but
No, no.
They're not in the
one of
group, so they don't matter.
one of them was Caleb's friend that I met just because I knew Caleb, and the other one was that. But we were outside. They had this giant trampoline. Well, it's probably not giant, but to me, I was like 3 or 4. So it looked huge. We were jumping on it, and one of the girls was jumping on it, and she was like Caleb's age, So like I was like stumbling around. So it was Caleb went inside. I was about to follow. I was trying to get out, but she just kept bouncing. So I'm just like flopping around, and she kept calling me Dill instead of Dylan. And I was just like, oh, my first nickname is Dill. That's cool. And I was talking with Caleb a little bit after that. And I was like, apparently my nickname is Dill now. And he's like, what? I go, yeah, she's calling me Dill. He goes, no, that's stupid. Your nickname is Dill Pickle now.
Oh, so much better.
And I'm just like,
Child logic is the best.
what? So he called me that for years upon years, and he still called me that when I was making my YouTube channel, and I was like trying to come up with a name when I got my Minecraft account. I'm like, well, what should I call it? It was going to be Dill Pickle 35, but Dill Pickle 35 was taken.
Okay.
That relatable moment when Dill Pickle 35 is taken.
And actually it was also taken on Instagram, so I had to make it Dill Pickle 36. I had since changed it from that, so don't go searching for my Instagram.
Dylan's trying to like beat off.
On
those
another
internet
note, Dill
bots.
Pickle 36 is gonna get like 2 follows.
Okay, but so I was like, well, what should I name my account? I'm like, well, it's Minecraft. It's pixelated blocks. Pixels.
Clever.
Yeah.
Pickles. That rhymes almost.
Almost.
Almost. Yep.
And thus Pixels Pickle was born.
Wow.
But that was taken too.
So you
So I
did
got rid
Pixel
of the
Pickle
S.
instead.
And actually,
Oh.
a couple of years ago, I was playing Mineplex and I found a guy named Dill Pickle 36.
Nice.
And I was like, It was you. It was you.
So that
That's
name has years of history and
it has-
background
yeah.
behind it. And the
Pretty
Nuggle
much.
that just
The Nuggle is summed up in one moment.
yeah, and that's
Where's
caught on
the
camera,
Nuggle?
right?
Yeah. Go check out.
No. We're not gonna play. We're gonna tell the story, Dylan. We gotta tell the story. We got to.
Okay.
I
Well
was
then.
playing a game with them, and Dylan was the last one alive. I had to kill him, so I just asked the question that was on everyone's mind, and I didn't get his name right. I was trying to call him a nugget, which is a common thing we did back then because we thought it was funny. And I was trying to call him
Oh,
a pickle, and I called him a nuggle. I said, "Where is the nuggle?"
Something I did find out was that the Nuggle, and I think Norse mythology, I believe it is a mythical water horse, which I found funny because the name Dylan actually means born of the sea or son of the waves. So I was like, oh, hey, that's actually interesting.
So it was meant to be.
It's meant to be.
And
Yes.
I don't know if we could say this on the podcast. I'll talk to Andrew about it because it might be too PG-13. But the story of the Welsh god Dylan is actually hilariously funny and like weird.
You want to talk about it in a later episode?
Yeah, but
what
I
you're
want to
saying?
know if it's like too PG-13 to talk about.
I mean, mythology can get messed up, but so can
Oh
we,
yeah,
so-
this is like
so
the
who
weirdest I've
knows?
ever seen though.
Sarah, what about your name? I see rainbows. Where did that come from?
See, mine's not as long as excessive as Dylan's, so
You're
I
not as
apologize.
extra.
Correct. But it's as simple as my sister and I were sharing an account, but I was the one who asked my dad primarily to do it, not my sister. So we came home, and mind you, I was young. I was like, I want to say like 9 or 10. I was really young. And I was like, what should I do it? It should be really unique, but I want it to be cute. And that's like, it's typical girly things. What can I say? I'm kidding. So I just came up with icy rainbows, and I don't really. And like my skin was this cute little girl, and it was the cute. And see, now it's a bear, so it's like it's not even representative, and it's just really unique. And it's like if someone hears it, it'll be like, "Oh wait, that's that one chick. I've seen her before." You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
I use it for like everything now. So
Oh, that's
catch me on
nice.
that.
Andrew, what about
See,
you?
yeah.
What were you saying, Sarah?
TH3.
No, I was saying I think.
Oh.
She was just saying T. She was just saying that was her name. That was the
Oh,
T.
oh.
TH3 is my online name that I use for everything now, which has morphed a lot, and it's actually the accident part of my name because I was getting into impersonations around the time I got Minecraft for the PC. I was trying to practice different voices and stuff and do different comedy with it, and so I got my Minecraft account and I'm like, I want to be the impersonator. That sounds cool, but it was taken in every form I could find. Impersonator, the underscore impersonator, the impersonator. Just everything was taken. And so I spelled the with a 3.
Mm-hmm.
And then I
Common gamer
misspelled
move.
impersonator.
Did you really?
I did really.
Did you ever fix it? Because it didn't look.
I did.
Okay.
I did fix it.
Because when I met you, it didn't look. It looked right.
Yeah. Mojang made an ability to change your Minecraft name finally. And I was like, thank the Lord, I can spell it correctly. And then on Instagram and a few other accounts, it didn't work. It was taken. Like it was too many spaces. I mean, not taken. It was too many spaces. It was too long.
Mm-hmm.
And so I was like, okay, well, TH3 is what everyone calls me. Because a few people tried to call me Imp, and I shut that down real quick.
Yeah, I don't
'Cause
blame you.
You shorten the impersonator to the or Imp, and
It's like
I'm not going to go with Imp.
it's almost common gaming courtesy to go by the first half of the name. Like you mentioned earlier, like Sarah, you called her Icy. You didn't call her Rainbows or Rain.
Yeah.
Dude,
No
imagine.
one calls you Fox.
Yeah, no.
You have it in your intro, Plat.
Well, that's just because it came in, like Dylan. Like we call you when you were Pixel Pickle, we called you Pixel, and
Yeah.
even now, like Nuggle, we shorten it to Nug.
One
I don't. What's wrong with you? That's weird.
someone once called me Pixie,
Oh
and
god.
that was just
That was when he decided he had to change it to Nuggle.
like, yep, it's time for a change. I am an adult.
So I did the koala because koalas are my favorite animal, and my Minecraft skin was a koala. So for a lot of my accounts, it's like the koala. And then anything that allows you to do a really short name with like a number code, like Blizzard or Discord,
Yeah.
where everyone can have the same name, and TH3 isn't taken because it's taken on everything else. I do TH3 because that's what everyone just calls me.
What do you? Okay, how do you feel about systems with names like that? Like
I love them.
You do.
The numbers are annoying to memorize, but it makes it so you can have whatever name you want, and that's good.
Okay. For me, for my name, I wasn't always Platinum Fox. I went through a couple like Dylan did. But when I first got
Wasn't one of them like Dr. Lego 3437 or something like
Oh my
that?
God.
yeah, no. When I first got Minecraft years and years ago, this was again before Mojang had the whole name changing ability. I think it started out with Lego Kid and a bunch of random numbers, because that's it was taken. And I had that for years because I literally played single player Minecraft for probably 2.5 years or so.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was a lonely life. And then when I started playing with Jamie on a server I played with him a long time before I met you, Andrew. I went through a bunch of different name changes. I don't remember all of them because like around the time Mojang, I don't think they used to have it. Did they used to have? They didn't always have the month cap, right?
I think they did, yeah.
Really?
they do
I
as
thought
well.
they let you do
I
as
think
much as
you just
want.
changed it every month.
That's probably what happened, honestly. I literally went through probably 5 or 6 names in a year, and then I said, one day, this was probably right before I met you guys, honestly, just a few months before I met you.
I remember it was recent because I would join the server and it still had the notification of Platinum Fox, previously known as whatever your
Yes,
name
Oh, that was a
on the
long
right,
time
server.
ago.
right. Because when I met you guys, it was like, okay, I'm playing with people now, and that's kind of when I was like getting more into YouTube, and I'm like, oh, like these are gamers, because like I've only played Minecraft. I'm like these are people that play multiple games, and like they have the same name, and I'm like, well, I wanna have like a name that I'm okay with, and I thought about it, and after months of changing my name, I think like Dr. Fox
Dr.
numbers.
Fox, yeah, that's
And
what
then
it
I
was.
think I was like Dr. Lego as well. It was just a bunch of random garbage, honestly. I'm like, I just ended up deciding, I'm like, is this available in Minecraft chat, like the Minecraft name checker? And I just did, I did Fox, it was my favorite animal, and then the platinum came from because I have platinum blonde hair. It was available, and I'm like, you know what? I can live with this. I like
I want to
it.
cut in and say naturally platinum blonde hair. Like,
Yes, yes.
you're a freak.
Yeah, natural platinum blonde hair.
Wow.
And I'm like, okay, I like this. It works. Shorten it to Plaid if you want, because that's like where it came from, kind of. People called me that on Mindplex.
Yeah, I never wanted to be called the.
Yeah,
People just called me
no.
that, and I liked it.
Yeah, people called me Plat, and that's when I liked it. Like, I'm like, okay, I can get behind this.
I think it really fits with the scene that you have now, especially with your logos and what have you. I think it fits very well.
Yeah,
You also
yeah. Well, I made the name before I knew what a furry was, and I regret it ever since. Because I'm not one, and I learned
that's good you
like
put
it was
that.
literally like a year or two later, after I met you all, that I learned what those were. I'm like, oh, my name. Now I hate it.
Do you get
Do you
comments
really?
about furry stuff on your channel? Like,
There's
are
been
you
a
a furry,
few.
or do you
Yes.
follow the furry community?
Yeah, I
Any
delete them.
questions?
That's so sad.
I delete
Really?
those. I do.
You don't want to be associated at all.
I don't know, because I'm not. And there's not as many as you'd think, but there are a few. Probably
Well, I
like
didn't actually expect there to be any.
no. There's
Same.
probably been like 5 or 6, and I've deleted them all.
Huh.
Yeah.
The more you know. All right. Well, furries are welcome to listen to the podcast. Thank you all for listening. Hope you enjoyed hearing us talk about everything that we did. Be sure to like, subscribe, follow us everywhere you can. You want to start rattling them off, guys, all at once?
Spotify.
Instagram, Twitter, YouTube at the Koala.
Is the Google Play Store one of them?
It should be.
It
It
should
is if
be.
it's
Yeah,
not now.
we-
It is now.
It is now.
Everywhere we can. Post
SoundCloud,
this
that's
podcast,
another.
We will. Yeah.
SoundCloud.
Leave us a review. Tell us what you think. If you have any topics or questions you want to ask, feel free. And we'll catch you all in the next one.
Yeah.
Bye.
See ya.